You know how sometimes you start an anime and then all of a sudden it's just kind of like, well... We all have some regrets when it comes to anime that we gave a chance and instantly regretted watching, or at least figured it wasn't worth the time we invested in. Luckily for you, this isn't the case at all for the videos and anime we have prepared for you today. Since today we will be talking about the top 10 anime I am glad I gave a chance. But before we begin, beware of the following spoilers, and also, if you enjoy my content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and press on that bell icon to set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And with that being said, let's dive into the list. And coming in at number 10 is Fire Force. Now, immediately all of you are just gonna be like, Fire Force? Really? But we'll get into that. But anywho, here's a fun fact for you. For those who didn't know that before, Fire Force is actually the prequel series to Soul Eater. Spoiler alert, Shinra, the main character of Fire Force, is the one that created the universe of Soul Eater. But anywho, we're not talking about Soul Eater here. We're here to show you what a huge mistake you have been doing lately if you haven't watched the series yet. One thing you should know is that I entered the series as skeptical as can be. And just like that, all the way from the intro of how Shinra saved Sister Iris, I was hooked, line, and sinker, and couldn't avert my eyes from the series from that moment on. One moment I was on episode 1, and the next I found that I binged the entire series in one sitting. It was an endless chain of action, enjoyment, excitement. Honestly, at this point, I could just run out of words explaining just how good the show is and what a great character Shinra is. I mean, of course he is the main character and he has a lot of cliches to his character, but seriously, what shonen MC doesn't? Overall, watching this series was the best choice I took, and I don't regret it one bit. Coming up at number 9 is Grimgar of Ashes and Illusion. Now, we always take the isekai genre for granted here, dreaming those fancy dreams and legendary tales of ruling the world, killing the Demon King, saving the kingdom, getting the girl, and most importantly, being a badass with broken powers, obviously. However, we never took a minute to stop and think, well, what if it wasn't that? What if it was actually something that is just traumatizing, to say the least, and deadly at best? This is what this anime decided to do. It took the idea of isekai and told us the story from a side we never even cared to listen to, let alone know about. This anime decided to show us just how hard and honestly terrifying being stranded in an unknown world can be. Well, this is just how hard this creator went to show us the dark side of the isekai genre, and I gotta say, I didn't expect him to go this hard, and I love that he did. This anime is a first of its kind and deserves a rating of at least a 9 on Mao. You should really watch this anime, and trust me, you won't regret it one bit. Coming in at number 8 is Aoashi. If you have watched my Blue Lock video before, then you will realize that I am not that much of a fan of sports anime, and I don't really watch them a whole lot. Until I had watched Blue Lock, that is, ever since that show came out, I realized just what a huge mistake I have been doing by depriving myself of such excitement and such an amazing adrenaline rush. So ever since then, I decided to watch one sports anime whenever I have the free time to do so, and squeeze it into my schedule. That is, so obviously busy. And just like Blue Lock, of course not as epic, Aoashi didn't disappoint one bit. Quite the contrary, actually. I enjoyed it, and this marks my second sports anime that I genuinely liked. The characters are quite enjoyable, and their mere presence on the screen pumps the adrenaline into my blood. The main character is quite the playmaker, however. He is the powerhouse of his team as he carries them all the way to the finals. They lost due to him being kicked out of the match for losing his temper, though. Now starting a new year in a new city, it is time to regain all the glory he lost with a team as skilled as him, if not even better. He needs to hustle now and show them why he's handpicked to be in their midst. Spoiler alert, he proves that he is in the right place. Coming in at number 7 is Kemono Jihen. In this world, certain creatures exist that we as humans don't acknowledge their existence, or at least aren't aware of their presence. Even though they are living right under our noses, these beings are called Kemono. They are sometimes full-fledged beasts, and some other times look just like any other human, just hanging right around the corner. These are half-breeds, just like how our main character is half human, half ghoul. Kohachi Inugami, a detective that specializes in the occult, is sent to a city to discover what was the reason behind the mysterious rotting and death of livestock. What he discovers, however, was beyond any comprehension. Thanks to teaming up with Kabane, he is introduced to the mysterious world of Kemono and is thrust into the midst of its dangers head first. This is a series that I would like to call an underdog. Anyone, everyone just loves an underdog. Someone whom you expect to fail, fall, and burn, but opposed to all expectations succeeds and shows what they are truly made of, and that is why this series is on this list. Coming in at number 6, Ranking of Kings. This anime caught everyone off guard when it first was released. This anime stole the hearts of everyone and flipped the anime community upside down by how cute and adorable this character called Boji is. This anime introduced it. For everyone that already watched the series, I can already sense the head nods of approval to what I am saying. And for those who haven't watched the show yet, well, what the hell are you waiting for? This show has it all. Amazing plot, cool art style, charismatic and easily lovable characters, memorable intros and outros, much more. So what are you doing here? Go watch it. Coming in at number 5 is High Card. Who could have imagined that something as simple as a playing card could cause such destruction and chaos? Of course, I am talking about the power that lies within those high cards. 52 cards scattered across the world, granting their users limitless powers and out-of-this-world abilities, each card with its own unique effect and power. This is the story of a simple orphan trying to save the orphanage he lived in his entire life from bankruptcy. This kid called Finn is the main character of the series and the wielder of the 2 of Clubs high card. His card is one of the 52 that he and 4 others are hunting down to collect once more under the rule of one king, all under the guise of an agency that sells cars. The animation is top-notch, characters look like something out of a K-pop video, and we all know that this will sit well with the ladies. And in addition to all that, the series has 2 seasons to its name already, with a 3rd one just right above the horizon. Coming in at number 4 is Burn the Witch. This one-shot anime is one of the works of the infamous Tite Kubo, the one behind one of the big 3 anime and the creator of the titular character Ichigo Kurosaki. As time passed, Bleach fell off the grid due to the illness Tite Kubo has suffered from in the past few years, but as we all know, Bleach is now back stronger than ever before with one of his best arcs to date. However, yet another creation of his, and one that deserves praise more than it actually is getting, and in just 3 episodes, just 3, he was able to prove once more to everyone what one of the big 3 mangaka is capable of. The best part of the entire show is the fact that it is canon and ties back to the universe of Bleach. This means 2 things. 1, the series won't stop at only 3 episodes, and 2, this show might just be as good as its predecessor. Coming in at number 3 is Darwin's Game. This is what happens when you give random people superpowers and trap them in a death game to find who is the best assassin of them all. Darwin's Game isn't one of those big IQ or crazy plot twist kind of anime, but one thing it is amazing at is it's awesome at an action perspective, of course. Ever watched the movie Nerve? Well, Darwin's Game is close to it, thanks to an unknown app. People end up trapped in this game fighting to survive while being granted awesome powers in return. Some that are battle-oriented and others not too much. For example, there is the ability to tell truth from lies. In such a game, when the stakes are highest, it is good to know who truly is an ally and who is just there to stab you in the back when the first chance introduces itself. However, when it comes to combat, this ability is practically useless, opposed to water and ice bending or even pyromancy. The main character, however, got the best ability an assassin can ask for. Just like Emi Yashiro from Fate, he is able to conjure weapons out of thin air as long as he understands their composition, how they work, and held it in his hand at least once before. However, he can't replicate crazy complicated stuff like phones or computers. For most of the show, he sticks to guns, grenades, and blades mostly, prompting him the potential to become the strongest assassin ever if he wasn't such a peace-loving person. Instead, he creates a clan to end the game and find the sick deviant mastermind behind it. Even though the show is a death game, the themes it has are a bit more lighthearted than normal death games that usually promote doom and gloom atmospheres. Nonetheless, it was quite fun to watch. Coming in at number 2 is My Happy Marriage. Hello and welcome everyone to the Japanese version of Cinderella Retold. This is the story of a child born from an unwanted arranged wedding, neglected, treated as a maid, and hated by her own family. It's a tale of self-discovery, self-worth, and self-love. In this series, Mio is treated like dirt by her family, her entire life. Whether it was her sister, stepmother, father, Mio never had a break and always had a tough time because of those 3. And their best way to make her life a miserable living hell? Well, that was to marry her to someone that she does not know, but it is someone that many of his past fiancés had escaped from and ran far, far away from. Just what kind of monster is that guy really? Well, to your and Mio's surprise, the guy was actually dashingly handsome, well-mannered, caring, and loving towards Mio. This anime is all but this woman's journey into self-actualization and self-love. It is wholesome, cool-flowing, and has wonderful animation. And that alone is reason enough for you guys to check it out. But be warned, it'll make you want a girlfriend afterwards. And number 1 goes to Ninja Kamui. Honestly, the fact that Joe Logan is voiced by the legendary Kenjiro Tsuda is more than enough reason for me to watch this series and fall in love with it. However, that's speaking for me, And since some of you require more persuasion, I am here to explain to you why this series is at number 1, and just why it was a privilege to watch it, to say the least. The series takes place in the 21st century, with the lead main character being someone that got tired of all the bloodshed and killing his organization has made him commit. The unforgivable crimes that Joe had committed finally took a toll on him and forced him to leave everything behind, escape with his family to America, and start a new life from scratch. Sadly, this life of his in seclusion is torn to shreds as his family dies right in front of him at the hands of his old organization, a mistake that they will soon learn the consequences of and suffer from dearly. Honestly, the whole concept of a ninja in the 21st century is enough to sell me on this anime, and I bet that some of you are already debating whether to watch the show or not. So just let me tell you this, watching this show was one of the best things I did, and it will definitely be something you won't grow to regret anytime soon. With that said, we conclude our list of the top 10 anime that I am glad I gave a chance, in hopes that you guys also check out those anime. And if you guys like this video, please remember to leave a like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment down below if you think you will watch any of these anime. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have yet to join our family. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.